The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. Now, it's the one thing you should do every night before you go to bed if you want to have a successful relationship, and it's not sex. Kenzie, what do you think it is if it's not sex?
My guess was sex. So, something to do. Oh, like showers so you don't smell bad so the person's not like disgusted by you.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe that.
What are you laughing at?
It was intense. So the person's not disgusted by you.
Yeah.
Just wait till you get married.
I guess.
I rarely shower before bed, but occasionally if we've had a long day running around outside, then I'll say, I got to take a shower. You know?
See, I can't do it in the morning. I'd wake up the whole house. Like all the kids are on the same floor as us. I can't wake up at 3 and do it. So I always do it the night before.
Yeah. I got to shower before at 3. So otherwise I'll never wake up.
You know, you wake everybody else up in the house though?
I turn the air conditioning on usually so it makes some sound and a background noise.
So you make more noise on top of the noise in your shower?
And it gets freezing in the house.
Why would that help?
You have icicles coming out of the shower.
I turn on something else that also makes noise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I start a chainsaw.
Yeah, now they're mad about the chainsaw in the shower. It's perfect.
Get my power drill out there.
This is how I win.
And then you sleep like a baby, all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
What do you think it is, Case? What you should do before you go to bed at night? It's not sex to have a happy, healthy relationship.
I'm on the same track as Kenzie, but I think it's brushing your teeth because I know in my relationship, when I forget to brush my teeth, it causes problems.
I forget too often.
I know. And
I
then
know.
How do you forget? Can't you taste it in your mouth?
I just kind of go like, why? I'm going to bed.
I'm with you, brother.
I'll brush them in the morning in a
Yep.
couple hours. I know, you're supposed to brush after every
I
meal.
can't. Whenever you have a coating, like, you know when you feel a coating on your teeth? Oh, my gosh. I have woken up before on the weekend, because obviously we wake up very early. I get up for 3 anyways.
Yeah.
But if I wake up on the weekend and it's like 3 in the morning, I'll go brush my teeth and go back to bed. If I feel that coating in the middle of the night, I can't sleep. It's ruined now for me. It bothers me so much.
I don't know why it's disturbing to see somebody in the middle of the night brushing their teeth. Like, that freaked me out. Like, it's...
Why? Now you know they're not going to smell like ass when they get into bed. Isn't
I know,
that good?
No, in the middle of the night, like you're already asleep and you wake up and go brush your teeth. It's kind of like if I walked in the kitchen and you were making eggs or something like that.
That would also be exciting.
I do like.
God, I'm hungry.
I do like eggs.
It's the same as people who brush their teeth at work. I don't trust them.
That's weird.
I don't like that at all.
In a public restroom, absolutely. They're dirtier now. I don't care what you tell me.
There's a Family Guy song about that where they make fun of people who brush their teeth at work. It's really funny.
Ugh.
Oh, you always got a Family Guy to play on the show today.
100%.
We'll find that later. In the meantime, the fact is, what you should do before you go to bed every night, and it's not sex to have a healthy relationship, is related to sex. It's this make out. So make out and not have sex, as it increases your intimacy, according to a new study of sex
that'll make
therapists.
my husband happy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think what you're saying is, I'll use the phrase that's the popular term, blue balls. I mean, why would you make out if you're not going to have sex? That's kind of I know that's not fair and it's not right. That's how I think. That making out has to lead to sex.
Like, well, see you later.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Exactly.
Big gulps, huh? Oh, he'd be angry.
I think every guy would be angry.
Not me.
But you wouldn't be angry if you made out and then didn't have sex?
I like making out.
And
I
then
like
you
a
just
nice.
cuddled?
Yeah, exactly. It's nice.
So you make out and just form into a cuddle situation. Like when I was dating, that meant they didn't want to have sex with me. They just like, not yet, or it's never going to happen, you know?
Well, I know for a fact that I can already tell when my husband doesn't roll over to cuddle me and he lays face up, I'm like, okay, he wants to have sex. Like, this sucks.
Face up?
This sucks.
Because
like a
I'm
sundial?
so tired and I'm just like ready to cuddle. And I'm like, okay. And so if I have to like roll over to him, and sometimes when I roll over to him and cuddle him, I fall asleep.
Oh, boy.
Because now it's so warm. And
That's a Megan thing.
Yeah.
When we watch TV, we'll watch a series, let's catch up on Binge the Show, and I'll realize she's asleep about 5 minutes in on my chest, which is a very nice feeling. I love it. It's very nice.
well, my husband gets mad because we'll wake up and he'll be like, so you fell asleep last night? I'm like, well, we were cuddling. It's so hard sometimes to not fall asleep.
He kept going like, trying to wake you up.
He does like a big fake sneeze. Achoo!
He starts a
Or he does
chainsaw.
He puts his arm around me and he does the shoulder shake, like, how's your day? I'm like, it was kind of tiring, actually.
Pours a glass of water on your head.
bucket of ice on standby. He's in the military.
I wonder why I wanted an ice machine in the bedroom to grab some ice and dump it on. Yeah, I don't understand this, but hey, maybe it works for you, our listeners out there at 312-591-8020, to make out and not have sex. Now, again, the sex therapist said this. It's called bristling, and it's supposed to build intimacy. And, of course, you still should have some sex eventually, but you make out before you go to bed.
No. The therapist said this was bad.
Just making out. I don't know.
That's another reason for my husband to hate therapy. I told you this was a crack.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And we have followed this story for being not a news organization, but we have followed the Tiffany Henyard Dalton story since the beginning. Thanks to our great friend at WGN, Ben Bradley, who has called up the show regularly to give us updates on what's going on. And it's kind of been light in having him on because there's been so many kind of light updates as opposed to something serious. Well, last night, something serious happened. Chaos erupted as the Dalton trustees overrode the veto on Lightfoot's investigation into Mayor Henyard. So Lori Lightfoot was hired, former Chicago mayor, to investigate Tiffany Henyard. That alone is an Onion headline.
It's just interesting.
I guess it takes a bad mayor to know a bad mayor. They're like, we got an expert. She's going to know exactly what's up.
I gotta be honest though, doesn't Lori Lightfoot look like an angel next to
Oh, God, yeah.
She's like, I want to be all over this because she is gonna make sure she comes out just so beautiful and squeaky clean. And she's like, a good mayor would never have done any of these things.
A good mayor like me.
Yeah.
Remember how good I was?
Yeah, I never did anything like this.
Compared to this one over here. Give it an arrow over here. This,
She's wearing like an I'm with stupid shirt. It's got an arrow pointing at Tiffany Henyard.
So here's the audio from Fox that came in about what happened. Does a reporter start this case?
Yeah. So real quick, just before you play that audio, maybe everybody knows this, but I just feel like it's worth reemphasizing. Lori Lightfoot was brought in to investigate Tiffany Henyard, and Tiffany Henyard had the power to veto the investigation.
It's interesting.
I didn't know that level of power existed, where she's like, well, no, you can't investigate me. You're not going to get away with this, Miss Lightfoot. And now Lori Lightfoot is back with the Dalton community, and this is the news report of everything that happened last night from our friends at Fox 32.
Also breaking tonight, one of the most chaotic meetings in Dalton that we've seen yet. Police had to stop it from getting physical.
Let's get right to political reporter Paris Schutz and the showdown between Lori Lightfoot and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Paris.
Dawn and Scott, that showdown is continuing outside of Dalton Village Hall. Trustees voted 4-2 to override Mayor Henyard's veto and
Just stop right there. So it was vetoed by her, and now the trustees have vetoed her veto.
It's the double veto.
Oh, it's famous. The double veto.
It's what our founding fathers would have wanted.
Also, when I said double veto, I thought of Vito from The Sopranos when he was bigger.
What about him?
Double veto.
I just feel like we're playing like Uno when you're like double reverse. Back to you. I have to take the whole deck. Like it's like one of those scenarios.
Lightfoot's going to hit her with a draw 4 real
That's
quick.
what I mean. That's how it feels.
I had another picture from Boys in the Hood when Ice Cube goes, Domino, mother effer. Double veto.
Finally, a movie reference I understand.
Thank you. That was for you. All right, let's continue here. The double veto now in effect.
override Mayor Henyard's veto and reinstate Mayor Lori Lightfoot's investigation into Henyard's spending into that 2023 trip to Las Vegas. And as you mentioned, soon after that vote, things just broke down into utter chaos. Multiple sides shouting obscenities at each other.
Ooh.
Cops had to step in and break it up. This is right after Henyard and her allies tried to block Lightfoot from getting up and making some brief remarks. Eventually, Lightfoot got her mic turned on, and here's a little bit of what she had to say.
Now, before I play that, Case, has this been bleeped? Is there? Well, I guess it went on TV, so they had to bleep it somehow.
Yeah, so there's no swearing in here, but what you're just about to hear, when it comes through your car radio, you're going to go, well, I didn't catch any of that. But I think that was true for everybody in the room as well. What you're about to hear is pure and utter chaos from the local government last night.
Can you believe that, like, this is just happening in Dalton?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Also, that Fox 32 reporter sounded like Mean Gene Okerlund going into, like, a WrestleMania
What
bet.
a great comp. You are so right.
All right, here's that audio of the chaos down there in Dalton.
Thank you. What I will say is that it's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dalton. We are not arresting one of you.
You was once a mayor too. You should not even be disrespectful like that.
Okay, so
Also
I heard Lori Lightfoot try to get through the crowd there, and then Tiffany Henyard said, you should not be here. Is that kind of what was there?
She said, you are a mayor too. You should not be disrespectful like that. So she talks over Lori Lightfoot.
This is banana land.
Who, as Fox 32 pointed out, she had her microphone turned off before she could say anything. They had to wrestle with it to get it back on, and then Henyard immediately talked over her.
Well, what's even more interesting is that it's like, what did she say that was disrespectful? She's thanking the people of Dalton. That's like, she wasn't like, you're going down, Tiffany. She was like, we're going to look into this. And Tiffany's like, how dare you disrespect me?
Well, let's try to make it out again when we play it here.
Here's a little bit of what she had to say.
Oh.
Thank you. What I would say is that it's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dalton.
Okay, so it's an honor to be working on this
behalf of the residents
investigation.
of Dalton.
And then Tiffany Henyard, that's disrespectful.
Arresting one of you.
You was once a mayor too. You should not even be disrespectful like that.
It's an honor to be working for the members of Dalton. You should not be disrespectful like that. Like, what?
Oh, my God.
Also, not a great look that you're so worried. This is like when you want to go through the person's phone that you're with, and they're like, no, you don't trust me. Nah. They start throwing stuff. It's like, not a good look. I bet there's something in the phone.
I just want to get your picture of the food we ate last night, Mia Francesca. I thought it was a nice picture of pasta.
How do you not trust me?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and major information, new data coming in about pop, about here in Chicago and Illinois and America. So in the cola wars, which I guess sodas have been taking a hit overall. Like, I still drink, I've been drinking way too much Coke Zero lately. Like, I used to drink 1 or 2 a day. I think the other day I had like 8. Like
What?
8 cans of soda. I was just,
for you.
I was just
I
wiped
thought
out.
1 or 2 a day you were going to say was too much. You're talking about that was fine, and the 8 is the problem.
I mean, I'm drinking 1 right now. I have 1 for lunch and 1 at dinner.
You have it with your brekkie?
With my what?
With your brekkie. It's brekkie time.
What's
like
her-
breakfast.
Brekkie.
Oh, Brett. I was like, what is she saying?
Thank you, Case.
I had no idea.
So you go cross-eyed. I thought I'd pitch in and help.
Oh, man. But
Do you ever have a breakfast soda, Brian?
No.
Wait, it's 8.
No, it's not breakfast. I eat breakfast at 3:15 actually, and that's
It's
when I
lunchy lunch.
It's lunchy.
So lunchy is lunch. I don't know if you followed that or not.
Yeah. But
Oh,
at
man, breakfast soda is where it's at.
I only drink, well, if it's the weekend, like I'm going to a diner like Nookie's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the fountain Coke.
Oh,
Forget
yeah.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I drink like 7 of those.
Okay.
I said, these are like pancakes. The fountain soda is so good. The fountain Coke.
Here's the thing. It's when you die, what are we going to do?
What do you mean?
How so?
Who's going to run the buttons?
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, God, they're going to make me push all the buttons. I'm going to be so angry. I'm
Better-
going to spit on your grave. If I come in here and I have to load the audio and push all the buttons, I will spit on your grave.
You know, that's a horror movie. It's called I Spit on Your Grave.
That's how I feel.
It's a disturbing movie.
That's
Yeah.
Kenzie's life.
I will not feel bad. I'm going to go push your coffin over at the funeral, the open casket.
Push.
I'd be so angry.
What if I fell out and I had a Coke Zero in my hand?
Just rolling out.
Because I roll out this like,
All of them are just going to come spewing out of the coffin.
yeah, I'll be cremated, but they'll load the coffin with Coke Zeros.
Oh, God.
God, they're so good. Because it tastes like Coke pretty much without sugar. And whatever. Now, whatever the
So why don't you just drink a diet? What's the difference?
Oh,
It's
I
the
hate
same
the-
thing.
hate the
I
flavor.
don't understand the difference between diet and Coke Zero.
If we did a taste test in here, you'd know.
Doesn't Diet Coke also have zero sugar? It has aspartame. So I don't understand the advertisement.
So Diet Coke, I believe, is on calories. Coke Zero also has 0 calories and no sugar, where I think
But Diet Coke doesn't have sugar because it's using aspartame.
Huh.
What is Coke Zero using? It's just it bothers me.
Let me
What does your
see.
can say? What does your can say?
carbonated water, caramel color, phosphoric acid, aspartame.
See?
Whoa, it's got
so
aspartame.
what is the difference?
I got to be honest. I thought Coke Zero was just Diet Coke for men.
I think it is.
Because I know Brian, and I know Brian, if he was going to drink a Diet Coke, he would feel really emasculated about it. So Coke was like, what if we put it in a black can? That'll make him feel better.
That's actually so accurate. It's ridiculous. I always felt like a wuss drinking Diet Coke. I didn't know it had aspartame in it. Now I'm screwed.
We not know you're for
That's
sure
not good
die.
for you.
Who's more screwed, me or you? I'm going to push the buttons.
Well,
this is my
I'll be
worst
dead.
nightmare.
Which is worse, you pushing buttons or me dead?
Me, I'm going to wish I was dead. I don't want to do it.
Well, I didn't know that. I better change my ways a little bit. Because but the difference is that Coke Zero tastes almost exactly like Coke, whereas Diet Coke does not.
Here's the thing.
I don't understand.
I can get you on new drinks, and I know we're about to talk about the soda that overtook to become
Pepsi.
overtook Pepsi to become the number 2 soda
Just
in
so
the
you
country.
know, just so you know, Coke is number 1, but it's number 2 that's interesting.
Can I give you just real quick 30 seconds a roundup of all the soda happenings in the world right now? It's a huge summer for soda.
This is fascinating. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's 2 things that I would recommend trying if you feel like you're perhaps stagnant in your soda drinking. One is the new Sprite flavor. It's Sprite Chill. It is a cherry lime flavored Sprite. Scientists will say summer starts with the summer solstice. I said it started the first time I cracked open one of these bad boys, all right? Tastes like sunshine. Couldn't recommend it more.
Okay.
Yesterday, and this is where I think, Brian, this is where I think you could really thrive. I'm on my way to the Shinedown Lounge. I'm walking by a Witch, which is a sandwich shop here.
Oh, fun.
Yes,
Good.
right? And what do I see in the window but an advertisement for an exclusive Mountain Dew only at Witch, the Mountain Dew Vibe, which is essentially lemonade Mountain Dew. 5 out of 5 stars. Could not recommend more. These are your substitutes if you're looking to get off of that nasty, unhealthy, masculine Coke Zero.
Wow.
Do you think Mountain Dew lemonade's good for you?
Well, it doesn't have aspartame.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually a bill of health.
I think I'm just going to go buy Mexican Coke at Costco then.
Amen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not in that tax bracket. I can't afford that.
Well, it's cheaper there because it's
But
Costco.
it's got the glass bottle.
Well, because you have to buy a pallet of it.
I don't care because I'll
It's going to
drink
be
it.
on top of your car.
He's got it strapped like a Christmas tree.
Oh, no.
All right, let's get to it now. So Coke is number 1. We made that clear. What's number 2? And I think everybody would assume that Pepsi's number 2, right? And they are, and always been pretty strong. Sometimes they used to beat Coke actually, and Coke made a good comeback. But number 2, just barely edging out Pepsi, is Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Dr. Pepper, I can't believe it. Dr. Pepper?
Put some respect on Dr. Pepper's name.
I was stunned to find out that Dr. Pepper, and this must be a me thing, because I was stunned that Dr. Pepper is that popular.
You seem to have a bias against Dr. Pepper drinkers. You don't seem to understand why they like it as much as they do.
It's like 47 flavors. It's awesome.
I believe it's specifically 23, but 47 is close too.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the zone.
it's
a
in the
lot.
zone.
It's like mole. You never know how many ingredients it's really going to have, but it's going to be a lot.
So Dr. Pepper, if we go back 20 years, we like doing the 20-year thing here on the show. Like Dr. Pepper in 2004 was ranked 6th place in 2004, tied with Sprite in 2004.
Good company.
Now, last year it had gotten up to 5th, I think, Case?
Yes, it got up to 5th, and then it made I don't know why, made a major surge in the polls this last year.
Probably me being pregnant, if I had to guess.
Pushed it over the top.
I really liked that and pickles quite a bit.
Oh,
Do you need him to
did you like them together?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
I would not, I didn't dip it like a cookie, but I would eat a pickle, drink and then drink Dr. Pepper.
That was my next question.
It was just bubbly, all the fizz.
See, my perception of people that drink Dr. Pepper is like they're fighting for custody for their children in court.
What do you mean?
That was just my perception that Dr. Pepper people, if I saw one, I go, oh, they got a lot of problems going on drinking Dr. Pepper. Why wouldn't you drink Coke? It's way better than Dr. Pepper. So something's wrong with Dr. Pepper people.
Why does it mean your life is bad?
I don't know. It's a me problem, and I'm going to get over it because...
I feel that way about brisk iced tea. If I see you drinking that, I assume you're in a custody battle at the moment.
Okay, my family drinks all these. I don't understand what's going on.
Megan checked in and said if I see someone drinking RC Cola, I just assume they're poor.
Wow. I was drinking RC Cola at the Chicago Fire game, and it was all they had there, and it does taste close to Pepsi. I forgot how much RC Cola is so Chicago, and I thought it was... I just haven't had it in a long time.
What does the RC stand for?
What do you think it stands for? I know what it stands for.
Right collar.
Right collar? What does that mean?
I know they're like really trying to appeal to conservatives, like blue collar and right wing. Like, we're the real soda.
Hey, it's the Joe the Plumber soda.
Yeah, that's
Bella Wall soda.
You're exactly right. That's what it means.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we just gave you the facts that, Coke is number one in America, Coca-Cola, but the number two pop is now Dr. Pepper. It passed Pepsi. It's right around the same range as Pepsi right now, which is unusual. Pepsi's been in a tailspin. I guess Dr. Pepper has gotten huge. They say they credit TikTok for making Dr. Pepper more popular.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's because it was 5 last year, and now it's 2. But we asked you what you think of somebody. You're prejudiced to somebody when you see them drinking something. I had one of the Dr. Pepper drinkers. I thought they were in a custody battle in court.
I don't understand that.
I don't either, and I got to change.
I just like good flavors. Family's doing good. So Pete the log driver said White Claw, she's a whore.
Okay, that's excessive.
And then Joe said, when I see a married man drinking Diet Coke, I know his wife is in shock.
Wow.
Got to clear by the old warden. She only lets me drink Diet Coke now.
So Sarah checked in from the 219. People who drink Mountain Dew are all smokers, live off fast food, and they wear douche sunglasses.
Well, I don't smoke.
Yep. 630, if I see someone drinking Monster, I know they peaked in high school and they've been chasing that high ever since. Oh, no.
Royal Crown means someone works paycheck to paycheck and understands value.
What's Royal Crown?
That's RC Cola.
Oh.
You thought it was conservative?
I thought it was, I've heard of Crown Royal. I've never heard of Royal Crown.
Yeah, Royal Crown. Kate, should we take some people on the phones here?
Let's talk to Baby Daddy Dave because he judges somebody for a drink that I don't think exists anymore.
What's up, Baby Daddy Dave? He's got 9 kids. What's up, Daddy?
Hey, Tab. Do you remember Tab?
Yep. I do remember Tab, and that also had something, I think it was called saccharin, that was cancer-causing.
I witnessed a couple weeks ago somebody drinking Tab. I was like, oh, my God, you must be old.
Wait, Tab still exists?
I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh, my mom used to drink Tab.
Let's see if I can buy Tab right now. Tab Amazon. Let's see.
I'm just trying to buy some Tab on Amazon.
Oh, it just pulls up
You
Tab
probably
Blitz.
might find it.
Tab. Let me type in Tab soda.
Oh, that's right. Tab probably is a hard Google search.
Oh, yeah, you can do it on Amazon.
Oh. What about like my, local Walgreens? Can I buy it there, I wonder?
I don't know. Do you want to give me a Walgreens address?
Kenzie's not a distributor. She works here.
Good Lord. I mean, how am I supposed to know which one you go to look up the address?
I picture Kenzie leaving today,
phone book?
and there's a Tab semi out front. And she just loads all the machines around the
She
city.
puts on a jumpsuit. She's got a clipboard all of a sudden. She's like, I got to make these deliveries.
Oh, man.
Well, I just supposed to know all of this about you. It's like, I feel like I'm in the Devil Wears Prada. Like, my boss is Meryl Streep. He's just like, figure it out.
Well, Baby Daddy Dave, thank you for that. Tab is certainly an old one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very old.
What do you drink, man?
For me, Sprite, no ice.
No ice.
My man, Baby Daddy Dave, I knew I liked you. That is good stuff.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Okay, we're going to get to more of your opinions about people when you see them drinking a certain drink. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 because the Cola Wars, Coke is number 1, but a new number 2 is Dr. Pepper, which blew me away. When I think about people drinking Dr. Pepper, I think they're selling bootleg movies at a bombed out gas station.
What is wrong with you? Dr. Pepper's delightful.
It's just, I don't know. I'm wrong. I'm obviously wrong, but that's my opinion. I can't change it. That's my opinion. But before we get there to more of yours, I have to come up. So I've been working all through that commercial break to figure out how much aspartame I can drink a day to be safe because I like Coke Zero.
Boy, do you.
Boy. So Coke.
And you're like, are your fingers crossed that 8 Cokes a day is okay?
I don't normally drink 8. I usually drink 2. So the FDA has said 40 milligrams of aspartame a day is safe.
Okay, 40 milligrams.
A day.
Uh-huh.
So I tried to figure out how much aspartame is in 1 can of Coke Zero.
Okay, what do you got?
That came to, for all you people out there, oh boy.
How many?
87.
So you can't even have a full can and to be safe?
To be safe, I should be drinking half a can of
Not
Coke
even
Zero.
half a can.
Not even.
Wow, you could have 1/3 of a can.
No, a little more than a third.
Like it's smidgen,
But
like a drop.
on average, I drink 2 a day, and I had as much as 8 in one day. That's not good. I got to stop.
You think?
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm switching to Mexican Coke. I'm
There you
going to
go.
Costco and get the pallet. I'd rather have
With
real
the real
sugar.
With the real sugar.
Here's my other question, maybe some of the garbage men out there. So we recycle with those blue bins. Can I throw the bottles in the blue bins because they're glass bottles, or I got to take those
we
back?
recycle our bottles.
You just have to wash it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
But we
no.
throw in all-
Yeah, I know. Dude, my girl gets on me about not washing out my stuff. It drives me nuts.
Okay,
Oh.
gross. You shouldn't be throwing anything in there, like even plastic containers that are empty, full of, like, that's disgusting. Like sour creamed, like, containers.
They should be thankful that I'm even thinking about recycling.
Yeah, you're a hero.
Thank you.
For sure, you're a
Thank you
pioneer.
for
Purple heart kind of guy.
playing your part in trying to help not destroy the world just a little bit.
I do what I can.
You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Your reward is that you don't burn alive. So there's that.
All right, more people checking in. I don't know if you have any ready to read, Kenzie. People checking in, like you see somebody drinking a certain drink, and then you instantly have a prejudice on them. How? And what is yours, Kenzie? That one there?
You know what's funny? Can I just actually read a poll? Someone goes, "Don't you get mad when your husband drinks milk?" And wow, did I talk about that about a year ago? And I think that's fascinating. And yes, like my husband drinks glasses of milk. And I'm like, you cannot order that at a restaurant. We got in a fight once. I go, you're not ordering it. You will not do that while I'm here.
Like it was a dinner, you mean? Like you
Yeah,
had
so
milk.
you're out. You're not ordering a glass of milk at dinner.
Lunch would be okay, but dinner's different with milk,
No,
I
I
would
just
think.
at a restaurant period. This is an at-home weird kink you need to keep to yourself.
Let the man have a milk.
No.
All right. Poor guy.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
We have
Live his life.
We have wedding rings on.
Oh, my God.
Contain yourself.
Like, for example, Nikki checked in from Yorkville. She said, I see someone drinking cream soda. 0 taste, 0 dreams.
How dare you? Cream soda's delightful. What is wrong with everybody?
Everything you like is judged.
I know. People have a lot of opinions of me, apparently.
There's also one, I never heard of this. There's an energy drink called Balls.
I'm unfamiliar, and I'm the energy drink guy around here.
It's BAWLS. Balls.
Well, that can't be safe.
Well, this.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that how you normally spell balls? BALLS?
No, WLS.
Oh, I thought you said I'm like, why'd you say it like that? Double L.
That's like the NCAA.
I'm like, that's just how you spell balls.
BALLS. Balls.
I'm like, I know, we got it. Thank you, Ryan.
Also, I'm sticking too much to Harper. Okay, so this lady said anyone that drinks Balls, energy drink, probably still lives at home and with her mom and most likely a virgin and remembers the old days of gaming in a cafe.
Oh, my goodness.
Very descriptive.
No, nothing has gotten a worse rap on our text line than Mountain Dew, though. People are going in on Mountain Dew drinkers. I'm so sorry, Case.
Well, I mean, I'm offended because I'm also looking at the text line, and I don't feel like that's fair.
Why?
Because a lot of Mountain Dew drinkers have become astronauts and presidents and professional athletes.
Name them.
Neil Armstrong was a big Dew drinker.
What a putz.
I heard Abe Lincoln was super into Dew. Obviously, Michael Jordan, in between timeouts, would drink a lot of Mountain Dew. I just feel like it's unfair, and there's a negative stereotype, and I'm here to fight against it.
You've had to deal with a lot of stereotypes in your life.
I'm waiting for my own month. I'm waiting for Dew Pride. It's about time that we,
Dew Pride Month?
as a society, respect the Mountain Dew drinkers.
Their logo's colorful.
That's
I mean, it's a very colorful logo. By the way, Frank checked in, the trash man, Frank the trash man. He says, 95% of the materials you try to recycle and they go in the same landfill anyway. Recycling is a complete lie.
I know. I try not to think about
But
it.
Because you're not washing it out.
But yeah, you should still recycle. Frank, I appreciate you. And I also had that conspiracy. There was a Chicago report on that years ago that showed some problems with it. But I still want to recycle to feel better about myself.
So I just want to know. I don't know what that means. They're just picking it up like suckers and throwing it away.
Well, I think what the problem was, I saw in a report that it costs way more to recycle for those guys picking it up. So they'll just kind of dump it anywhere and they'll make you feel good about recycling. But listen, I'm not. Keep recycling, everybody. Please keep doing it.
Brian, you're making me very sad.
Why?
Because I work really hard in separating all the stuff.
So do I. I separate everything I do. And that's why I was curious if the
I
glass.
think a myth is my husband's like, you have to break down the boxes. I'm like, I don't think so. and I'm not going to do it. and then I hear him in the garage for 15 minutes cursing, cutting boxes up. I'm like, why? They can't take a box so there's some tape on it?
I love taking a box knife and cutting up boxes for recycling. I do that all the time.
He just opens the door and I hear, son of a, because there's all these stacked up.
We have some boxes back, Shinedown left a bunch of boxes here. You can cut those up later.
That'll be fun. Brian, real quick before you play a song, can I give you an update on Balls Energy?
Sure.
Double L.
Sean checked in from Aurora. He said Balls is the bomb. And when Kenzie and other people implied that maybe Balls drinkers live alone in their parents' basement, he said he has 2 kids in a house and Balls is in his lunchbox right now.
Period, Sean.
Wow, go off, King.
Preach, brother. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.